Hey everyone, this is Andy from Spirituality in Business Institute. This is another one of our 3-minute breakthroughs where hopefully you'll have an aha moment, 3 minutes. That'll help you spiritually and also in your business. So let's begin. Do you have staffing issues? One of the things I see across the board, small companies, large companies, my companies, is that people have a really difficult time today to recruit great staff. And when they recruit them, they leave. A lot of people have just a tough time staffing up. And I want to talk about that for a minute, and maybe I have a solution for you. So this is from Gallup, and there's a lot of data on this. 50% of staff leave because they want to leave their manager. Think about that. 50, and maybe more. Look back on the times you've left jobs. More often than not, for me, I think it was every time I had a job, and I've been mostly a consultant, but I did take some jobs through my career. Literally every time I left a company, not because they didn't pay me well, not because it wasn't a great opportunity, or not because there wasn't room for advancement or benefits, it's because the manager sucked. So, and that's across the board, it seems like. So, what can we do about this? Well, a spiritual person would look within, first of all. That's what separates strategy from tactics. Our spiritual strategy has to start by looking at ourselves and thinking, maybe we're a bad manager. I'll just give you a quick example. I was consulting and training a mid-sized accounting firm, a small accounting firm, and there were co-CEOs. And one of the CEOs was just terrible to work for. And we didn't know how to bring it up because the other partner knew it. It's very hard to bring it up. They were family. Of course, the employees don't want to bring it up, right? Because they don't want to be fired. So we did 360 assessments. If you're not familiar with them, please get a hold of me. I'll show you where to go to get these. But 360 assessments are basically assessments that assess the person about their skills as a manager. And then 360, meaning the people above them, laterally and below them, they all assess that one person. So what we did as kind of a ploy is we assessed everybody in the company. Everybody did 360 assessments. They learned a lot about themselves and their personalities, but also the CEOs learned about themselves. And what happened was, yes, of course, it got back. The CEO was a meanie. She saw that, yes, her empathy was very, very low. Now, the funny thing is that the CEO, she was like, I don't understand. I'm the most sensitive. I'm the most empathetic person in the world. Obviously, she wasn't, and she was a tyrant. And it's funny, sometimes the people who are who think they're so great at something, they talk about being such wonderful people, are often not. Like, they'll have no clue. So it was really funny to the rest of the company. No matter what happened at the company, you have to look within and ask yourself, maybe you're a terrible person to work for, or there's people in your organization that are really bad to work for. If there's people leaving once you spend all the time and effort trying to find great people, and then they leave. So 360 assessments are one way to do that. And the problem is that even if you ask your employees, there's this thing, right? You can't go above your manager to tell the supervisor of your supervisor that person is doing a poor job. It's just not done. So this is a kind of outside of assessments, there's not a lot of things you can do without taking a risk, right? I've been in a position where I took a risk to go out there and let the supervisor know that the person I was reporting to was terrible. One time, actually, I just got fired for that. But that is one of the few things you can do, which is really tough to do. So assessments are one thing. I don't know if you have any other ideas. If you do, please post them. But please note that this is the place to begin is really with yourself, especially if your people are leaving. Ask yourself, look within, like a spiritual person would, an empathetic, mindful person would, and ask yourself if maybe you're the problem.